my name's Andrea and I'm here to do a 20-minute movement sequence focused on your shoulders today. If you have a yoga brick, that'd be ideal. If not, you could use a Tupperware container roughly the same size, or a shoebox would also work quite well. When you're ready, let's head on over to the mats. So we're going to plant our feet roughly hip width apart, all 10 toes facing forward. From here, I'm just going to invite everybody to shrug their shoulders as high as they can, right up to the ears. And then when you exhale or breathe out, just let them fall right down your back. One more time like that. Hug those shoulder blades up to your ears. Exhale, let them fall down. From there, I'm going to invite everyone to reach their arms straight forward, palms facing one another. And then I want you to see if it's possible to gently squeeze your shoulder blades towards one another, like they're trying to meet on the back of your rib cage. Then pull your shoulder blades really wide apart on your rib cage. Let's try that one more time. Squeeze the blades as tight as you can towards one another. And then pull them wide apart. Relax the arms down by your sides. We're going to put those two movements together, lifting or elevating the shoulders high, draw them in tightly towards one another, pull them down your rib cage, and then pull them apart. Lift them high, retract or squeeze them together. While they're together, pull them down your back, and then pull them wide. One more time like that, lifting those shoulder blades high, squeeze them in tightly, draw them down your ribs, and then pull them apart. Going to reverse that. While the shoulder blades are lowered, squeeze them together. While they're squeezed together, lift them up high, and then pull them apart, letting them fall down your ribs. Squeeze them in, lift them up towards the ears, pull them apart, and then drop them down. Last time, squeeze the shoulder blades in, lift them high, pull them apart, and then let them drop down. Good, we're going to move on to your serratus anterior, which is a muscle that kind of just runs underneath the armpit down the sides of the ribs and can be really helpful in lifting the arms rather than using sort of the trapezius around your neck and your shoulder. So in order to kind of feel that or ignite that muscle, you're going to lift your elbow to about the height of your shoulder and have it bent. You're going to bring your opposite hand just towards that elbow. And then you're going to push your elbow into your hand and push your hand right back into your elbow. At the same time, the hand that's lifted, you're going to gently see if you can pull it out to the side, looking to feel those muscles down the sides of your rib cage there. And then see if you can hold that for just a couple more seconds. And then let it go. Let's try that on the other side. So bending the elbow, lifting it roughly to shoulder height. Take your opposite hand just towards the inner elbow. Push the elbow into the hand pushes right back to create a boundary. And then slowly seeing if you can move that lifted hand a little bit away. Looking to feel the muscles down the side of your rib cage. And then let it all go. Nice work. From here, when you're ready, let's all reach the arms up to the ceiling. Let's take a nice big forward fold over your legs. And then bring the hands just under the knees and lengthen or stretch the spine straight forward. We'll bring the hands back down to the ground and we're just going to step our left foot straight back, bringing that knee down to the earth. If you want, you could even prop up your hand with your prop there. From there, we are going to take the right hand straight forward, thumb to the sky. And then I'm going to get you to draw a nice big circle towards the ceiling. As you reach up, your palm will rotate away from your body. And then you're going to continue that circle reaching back. Your thumb will rotate down and your palm will rotate towards your body. And then we'll circle the arm all the way down by the foot. Thumb facing the ceiling as we reach up. We'll circle and rotate that arm, that hand around, and then the thumb will rotate down. We're just going to reverse that direction, sweeping the arm back. Let your palm rotate out. And as you come forward, you'll rotate the thumb to the sky. The palm will face the body again. Repeat, reaching back, thumb down. Rotate your palm away from the body as you circle that arm around. And then back towards. From here, we're going to take that right leg to meet the left leg and meet on all fours on your mat. Hands roughly shoulder width apart underneath the shoulders. And then gently wrap the creases of your elbows so they face forward, locking the elbows out a little. From here, I'm going to get you to gently draw your front body slightly to your back body, just till you feel a bit of core engagement. And then we're going to see if we can do the same thing. Let the shoulder blades squeeze towards one another. And then pull your shoulder blades wide on your ribs. We're going to try that 4 more times. Elbows locked out, front body drawing to back body as you squeeze your shoulder blades in. And then pull your shoulder blades wide. 3 more times. Squeezing in, pulling wide. 2 more. Retract those shoulder blades. Protract or pull them apart as far as you can. Last one. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. And then pull them apart. From here, I want you to push the earth away with your hands and let your bum or your hip shift back to your heels. And then with the heel of the hand, start to pull yourself forward, making your way back to all fours. Let's do that a couple times. Push through the fingertips. Let your hips shift back. Pull with the heel of your hand. Let your chest come forward. Last one. Push through the fingertips to let the hips shift back. Pull with the heel of the hands to let yourself come forward. We'll tuck the toes here and we'll lift our hips up and back into a downward facing dog or a V shape. Think of gently pulling your thighs straight back to pull your hips up and away from your shoulders, lengthening your spine. And then we'll walk our feet up towards the front of your mat or towards your hands, planting them under the hips and folding over those legs. Bring your hands back just underneath the knees, stretch or lengthen your spine, and then exhale, fold forward. When you're ready, we're going to step the right foot back now, bringing that right knee right down to the ground. You're going to take your left hand and you're going to stretch it straight forward, thumb to the sky. You're going to draw a nice big circle with that arm reaching all the way around to the back, sweeping that arm by your hip and down by your foot. 1 more time in that direction, circling the arm around, little bit of rotation through the spine. Let's reverse the direction, sweep the arm back, circle all the way to the sky, all the way around to the front. 1 more time, circle the arm back, reaching up to the ceiling, and then all the way back down. When you're ready, we're going to find all fours again. We're going to set the hands roughly under the shoulders. Lock out the elbows by rotating the crease of the elbow forward. Draw the front body a little to the back body. And if you want to make this exercise more challenging, tuck your toes and hover your knees 2 or 3 inches off the ground. Same idea, let your shoulder blades squeeze together. Let your shoulder blades pull apart. Retract or squeeze the shoulder blades together. Protract, pull the shoulder blades apart. Draw the shoulder blades in. pull them apart. 2 more. Retract or squeeze the shoulder blades in. Pull them apart. Last one. Good. From here, we'll push our way either to down dog or child's pose. And then pull yourself to plank or all fours. Repeat. Push through the fingertips to shift the hips back. Pull with the heels of the hands to shift your weight forward. 2 more times. Push through the fingertips to shift back. Pull through the heel of the hands to shift forward. Last one. Shift back. Pull forward. This time we're going to lower to the earth. If you'd like, your knees could come first. I do want you to find the action of pushing through the hands so your shoulder blades are wide on your back. Keep feeling like you're pushing the earth away as your elbows slowly begin to bend, and then trying to land chest, belly, and thighs to the mat at the same time. When we get to the earth, point your toes and press the top of the feet into the earth till you feel your quads lift and engage. You can push your hips into the mat, but think of lifting your low belly like a zipper to your chest. We'll gently hug the elbows towards one another, and then begin to peel your face, throat, chest away from the earth, taking your back bend. And then we'll lower back down. We'll do 2 more. Depending how your back feels, you might go a little further. Feet press down, hips press into the earth as the elbows hug in. Peel your face, throat, chest. If you'd like to straighten the elbows and lift the hips, full up dog, lowering yourself back down. 3rd and final time, feet firm into the earth, hips press down. Peel your way up into your back bend, and then push your way up and back, downward facing dog. It might feel good to bend your knees in down dog, gently lifting your tailbone, and then pull your hips up and out of the shoulders, stretching and lengthening the spine long. I invite you to step or jump your feet right towards the front of your mat. Plant them under your hips again, toes forward. Hands under the shins will stretch or lengthen your spine. Let yourself fold forward over your legs. This time I'm going to invite you to bend your knees. Let your bum sink back like you're sitting into a chair. And then we'll let the arms open wide as if we had wings. You're going to rotate your thumbs down and pull your arms behind you, squeezing your shoulder blades together. And then slowly begin to pull your shoulder blades apart as you circle the arms back to the side, and we'll rotate the palms to face in. Push through your feet and then reach up to the sky. And then exhale, let's fold forward over your legs. Inhale here, I'm going to invite that stretch or length through your spine. And then we'll plant your hands and we'll step or jump back to a push-up or plank shape, knees on or off the ground. With control, you're going to bend the elbows, try to lower chest, belly, and thighs to the earth at the same time. Point the feet, tops of the feet firm into the ground, and then begin to peel face, throat, chest, maybe even belly and hips as you come into your back bend. We'll press our way up and back, downward facing dog. We'll hold here. If you prefer, knees could come to the ground, hips could come to the heels, taking child's pose as a rest. Good. Grabbing your prop, whether it's a brick or a shoebox, and just planting it sort of halfway between your hands and your knees when you're on all fours. Think of that gentle drawing of your front body to your back body and wrapping the creases of your elbows forward. We're going to bend at the elbows and try to bring them to either side of that prop. You might have to find the positioning to start. And then I just want you to see if it's possible to pick up that prop as you come back to all fours. And then with control, I want you to see if you can bend at the elbows, lowering that prop back down. Relax. Hug the elbows in towards that prop. See if you could lift it towards all fours. And then lowering that prop with control back down to the ground. Third and final time. Hug the elbows into the brick. Lift that brick as you find all fours. Lower that brick with control. And then take a little rest. It might feel good to shake your arms out a bit. You can repeat that same exercise. If you want to make it a little more challenging, same idea. You'll start on all fours. You'll bend at the elbows and you'll pick up the brick, making your way back to all fours. This time, tucking the toes, lifting your hips, and trying to hang on to that brick as your hips shift up and back to your down dog. We'll shift our weight forward again, bring your knees to the ground, and then lower the brick back down. Repeat, hug the elbows into the brick, lift that brick. From here you could lower the brick right back down. If you want more of a challenge, tuck your toes. Start to lift your hips up and back as you try to hold on to that brick. It's okay if it falls, just try again. We'll shift our weight forward, bring our knees back down, and then lower that brick. Good, let's shake it out a little. Good, last thing here, working a little bit with forearm plank. Once again, we're gonna use the brick between the elbows. If you have wide shoulders, you might kind of use 2 bricks depending on the width of your shoulders, kind of lining them up in a way that makes sense for your body. Gonna bring the elbows to either side of the bricks. I'm gonna use one that's a bit wide. And we're gonna start with our palms rotated down towards the earth. When you come here, I want you to stack your shoulders relatively over your elbows and see if you can push your forearm or the lower part of your arm down into the ground till you feel your shoulder blades wide on the back. As the forearm or lower part of your arm pulls down, imagine pulling the upper part of your arm up towards your shoulder. So there's sort of an anchor and then a lift. From here, we're going to come into forearm plank. So shoulders stay relatively stacked over elbows. Elbows are squeezing into that brick as I press down through the forearm, up through the shoulder, and then step one foot back and bring the other foot to meet it. If this feels too challenging, knees could always rest on the ground. Can you hug the brick with your elbows? Could you push the forearms into the earth and feel like your upper arms pulling away from the ground? No is an acceptable answer, but trying to find those skills of hugging in and pulling up. We'll let the knees come down, we'll come forward, and we'll just take child's pose for a couple breaths there. We're going to try one more time when you're ready. This time I just want you to rotate your palms so that they face one another like you're karate chopping the mat. So just changing the way that the forearm is angled. Same idea though, pressure down and trying to lift the upper arm up. Elbows underneath the shoulders, and then we'll step one foot back, bring the other foot to meet it. Think of pushing down through the forearms, drawing up through your upper arm and hugging into that brick with your elbows. Holding here, knees could always come to the ground. Straight line from your shoulders, hips, knees to heels. And then knees to the ground. Take yourself to child's pose. Give yourself a rest. We're gently going to make our way onto your back. Giving ourselves just a bit of time to integrate what we've done and maybe a little rest. It might feel good to keep your feet flat on the ground with the knees bent. Some people might like to stretch their legs long. Let your head rock a little side to side, relaxing any tension in the neck and shoulders. And let your hands rest in a place that feels comfortable to you. Holding here as long or as little as you'd like as we come to a close.